So she asks him what message that is and he undoes it, distracting her, and then exchanges cell phones with his friend. Meanwhile, at another table, a girl is outraged by what she saw, gets up and goes to the table where they are pretending to be her friend. Without knowing what it is, she doesn't understand anything about what is happening there, so the other continues and shows a message on her cell phone, where it is written that her boyfriend was cheating on her. So his friend soon wanted his girlfriend's friend to be very hot, so he asks who she is. So she gets up and tells the girl why she hadn't said she had hot and interesting friends, so she stays there next to him. And while they talk, she puts her phone on top of the one on the table. Then she calls her to go to the bathroom. They get up and leave. Meanwhile, the boyfriend thanks him, saying that his girlfriend didn't even realize what they had done. The other says that friends are for those times and that women are all muggles. And they continue to make friends, including the friend they had never seen, and who was a big woman, so he continues talking there. Meanwhile, in the bathroom, she wants to know what the message she had shown before is about. How do you know my boyfriend? She says she didn't understand. Then the other says that she doesn't know him from anywhere, but that she saw when they switched cell phones so she wouldn't see the message and who he was talking to the other person with. Then she says that the girl is crazy and that she doesn't even know her boyfriend and where is she getting all that from, then deduces that she is crazy. So the girl takes her cell phone and asks if she knows him, so she takes her cell phone and looks at the messages, not believing what she is seeing. Then the other asks if she is still crazy, and says that women have to unite at these times and that when she saw it she was shocked. The girlfriend still couldn't believe what he was doing to her, wanted to know what to do to get revenge, so the girl says she has a wonderful idea, and she starts by saying that every man loves her wallet, so you withdraw all the money you have in his account. She agrees and says that she will do just that. So the girl tells her to take advantage of the fact that she has his cell phone and already makes a pics for her account, and even tells her not to be stupid and that it is to take everything, leaving him with nothing. Then his girlfriend, taking pity on him, calls him a poor guy and pics and transfers everything to her account. The other says he's not the poor guy, and she says she's sure they're laughing at her and that she doesn't have to feel sorry for a man. So she finishes the transfer and then she worries about what to do with the cell phone, because she doesn't want to give it back to him, so she decides to throw it into the toilet and feeling relieved at that moment. While the other says she is shocked by her perverted mind, then they leave the bathroom smiling and go back to the table. In that they are talking and the friend asks for his cell phone because he wants to send some messages to the cats and he didn't want to be alone. Then the boyfriend asks for his phone, because he has the same idea, and they look on the table, but the cell phone is no longer there, and then they desperately look for it, saying it was there. Indignant, he asks where his phone is and that only his portable battery is in his pocket, then tells his friend to fix it because he lost it. So he doesn't know what to do and imagines that the waiter may have taken it by mistake when he passed the table. Desperate, he asks his friend to hand over his phone because he has a scheme for later and he needs the phone. Then the friend alerts him that his girlfriend is coming back and that he leaves the cell phone thing for later. So they disguise themselves, and when she gets to the table he asks if she hasn't seen her phone and she says no and asks if he lost it. No, he was here and suddenly he disappeared, so she tells him not to worry because he has money and he can buy another one. He says he has it but he doesn't want another one, and how is he going to do without his contacts? So she says that the only contact he's interested in is hers, or not. He says yes, but he also has the other contacts from business and work and his stuff. She asks him to forget the phone, so he angrily says he won't forget and wants to leave and asks for the bill. His friend says that all that and that they had just arrived, and that they hadn't had much to drink and because they wouldn't stay a little longer. He says he doesn't have to stay and calls the waiter and asks for the bill. The lady comes in, brings the bill and says she only gave 40 reis. Indignant with the amount, he says it's a robbery, then takes his card and asks to pass the debit, saying it's by approximation. But the lady warns that the machine is not doing it by approximation and that he will have to enter his password. She asks him to put the password and he does, and to her surprise the purchase was not authorized, and she asks if he has another card. He gets up from the table excitedly, saying that he has money in the account and that the woman is lying to swipe his card again. Then she said that she did not pass, and that it was not authorized, so she says she will try again, and he, already in agony, tells him to pass again. Meanwhile the other mocks him, saying that the money man has no money, and smiles, saying he won't do that shame. So he said that now it will work out, that maybe he had the wrong password. He enters the password and the woman says that the card is not authorized and that if you swipe it again it will block the card. You don't want to try another card or maybe another payment method. While he is outraged, saying he has money on the card, his girlfriend is smiling at the whole situation and he is already annoyed with the two who are making fun of him. Then the woman comments that all the time she has a business, all the people who don't have money to pay the bills have this story that she has money in her account. Then he says that he only has that card, while his friend is filming him and commenting that he is feeling the biggest shame because he doesn't have 40 reis to pay a bill, and the joke continues. While his friend says it's humiliating not to be in his 40s to pay a bill, he's left wondering what to do. Then the woman says that when he decides which way he's going to pay for him to call her, because otherwise there's a sink full of dishes to wash, so she leaves. While at the table, the two smile at him and his friend continues filming. So she says she's going to check it out, but remembers that there's no way, because her cell phone is gone. Then comes the girl who pretended to be a friend of his girlfriend, wanting to know what was going on, so the girlfriend says that her boyfriend not only lost his cell phone but also lost all his money, and smiles. Then he asks how did he lose and that he doesn't like this story. Then he says he found out why he saw the messages on his cell phone for other women and says he transferred all his money to his account. Indignant, he gets up, wants to know how she did it and that she can only be going crazy, and that if she did that she committed a crime and that she can be arrested. Then she gets up and asks if he thinks what she did was a crime, and my 3 years of dating that was thrown in the trash with you always cheating with everyone, and at that moment she takes the water bottle from the girl's hand and throw it in your face. He asks her to stop doing that. What is this shame? The friend starts to smile and she wets him too. At that moment, the boyfriend kneels down asking her for forgiveness, asking her not to leave him and to return her money and what she did with her money. Then she asks if he wants his money back, so you work and earn it, and throwing the water claw at him she leaves. Then the other girl, smiling, says that if it were him there would still be time to save the cell phone and that he was inside the toilet, and smiling she leaves. He gets up and desperately goes to the bathroom in search of his cell phone. Arriving at the bathroom, looks in the toilet and there it is. Then making vomit, puts his hand in the toilet to remove it.